Chapter 4 Climate. In the last two chapters, you have read about the landforms and the drainage of our country. Well, students, these are two of the three basic elements that one learns about the natural environment of any area. In this chapter, you will learn about the third, that is, the atmospheric condition that prevail over our country. Now students, can you tell me, why do we wear woolens in December? Or why it is hot and uncomfortable in the month of May? And why it rains in June, July? The answers to all these questions can be found out by studying about the climate of India. So be very attentive. Relation between climate and weather. Of weather and climate are the same. That is, temperature, atmospheric pressure, wind, humidity, and precipitation. You may have observed that weather conditions fluctuate very often, even within a day. But there are some common patterns over a few weeks or months, that is, days are cool or hot, windy or calm, cloudy or bright, and wet or dry. On the basis of the generalized monthly atmospheric conditions, the year is divided into seasons such as winter, summer, or rainy seasons. The world is divided into a number of climatic regions. Do you know what type of climate India has and why it is so? Well, we will learn about this in this chapter. India's climate. The climate of India is described as the monsoon type. This type of climate is found mainly in the south and the Southeast Asia. Despite an overall unity in the general pattern, there are perceptible regional variations in climatic conditions within the country. Let us take two important elements, temperature and precipitation, and examine how they vary from place to place and season to season. Temperature. In summer, the mercury occasionally touches 50 degrees Celsius in some parts of Rajasthan desert, whereas it may be around 20 degrees Celsius in Pahalgam in Jammu and Kashmir. On a winter night, temperature at Dras in Jammu and Kashmir may be as low as minus 45 degrees Celsius. Thiruvananthapuram, on the other hand, may have a temperature of 20 degrees Celsius. Do you know? In certain places, there is a wide difference between day and night temperatures. In the Thar Desert, the day temperature may rise to 50 degrees Celsius and drop down to near 15 degrees Celsius the same night. On the other hand, there is hardly any difference in day and night temperatures in the Andaman and Nicobar Islands or in Kerala. Precipitation. Let us now look at precipitation. There are variations not only in the form and types of precipitation, but also in its amount and seasonal distribution. While precipitation is mostly in the form of snowfall in the upper parts of Himalayas, it rains over the rest of the country. The annual precipitation varies from over 400 cm in Meghalaya to less than 10 cm in Ladakh and western Rajasthan. Most parts of the country receive rainfall from June to September. But some parts like Tamil Nadu coast get most of its rain during October and November. In general, coastal areas experience less contrast in temperature conditions. Seasonal contrasts are more in the interior of the country. There is decrease in rainfall generally from east to west in the northern plains. These variations have given rise to variety in lives of people in terms of the food they eat, the clothes they wear, and also the kind of houses they live in. Find out why the houses in Rajasthan have thick walls and flat roofs. Answer. Rajasthan experiences extreme cold during winter night. Hence, walls are made thick which do not allow cold to enter the houses. Just opposite, the state experiences extreme heat during summer days. Thick walls do not allow heat to enter the houses by absorbing it. As far as flat roofs are concerned, they are considered ideals for keeping the houses cold during summer and warm during winter. Why is it that houses in the Terai region and in Goa and Mangalore have sloping roofs? Answer. The Terai region, Goa and Mangalore have sloping roofs because these regions receive heavy rainfall. Sloping roofs do not allow water to accumulate at one place and thus safe for the house and those living in it. Why houses in Assam are built on stilts? Answer. Assam receives heavy rainfall throughout the year. Hence, houses are built on stilts which allow free flow of rainwater and also save house from being flooded. Climatic controls. There are 6 major controls of the climate at any place. They are latitude, altitude, pressure and wind system, distance from the sea, that is continentality, ocean currents, and relief features. Due to the curvature of the earth, the amount of solar energy received varies according to latitude. As a result, air temperature decreases from the equator towards the poles. As one goes from surface of the earth to higher altitudes, the atmosphere becomes less dense and temperature decreases. The hills are therefore cooler during summers. The pressure and wind system of any area depend on the latitude and altitude of the place. Thus, it influences the temperature and rainfall pattern. Influence of sea on climate. The sea exerts a moderating influence on climate. As the distance from the sea increases, its moderating influence decreases and the people experience extreme weather conditions. This condition is known as continentality. That is, very hot during summers and very cold during winters. Ocean currents along with onshore winds affect the climate of the coastal areas. For example, any coastal area with warm or cold currents flowing past it, it will be warmed or cooled if the winds are onshore. Find a role in determining the climate of a place. High mountains act as barriers for cold or hot winds. They may also cause precipitation if they are high enough and lie in the path of rain-bearing winds. The leeward side of mountains remains dry. Find out why most of the world's deserts are located in the western margins of continents in the subtropics. Answer: the world's deserts are located in the western margins of continents in the subtropics because these are devoid of moisture and rainfall. Factors affecting India's climate. Latitude. The Tropic of Cancer passes through the middle of the country from the Run of Kutch in the west to Mizoram in the east. Almost half of the country lying south of the Tropic of Cancer belongs to the tropical area. All the remaining area north of the tropic lies in the subtropics. Therefore, India's climate has characteristics of tropical as well as subtropical climates. Altitude. India has mountains to the north, which have an average height of about 6,000 meters. India also has a vast coastal area where the maximum elevation is about 30 meters. The Himalayas prevent the cold winds from Central Asia from entering the subcontinent. It is because of these mountains that this subcontinent experiences comparatively milder winters as compared to Central Asia.